Do you ever feel like you've forgotten who you really are? Like you used to be sharper, more confident, more you, but somewhere along the way, life made you forget? Because here's the truth. You're still that same brilliant person. You just stopped reminding yourself. See, the world doesn't always tell you how capable you are. It tells you where you fall short. You open social media, everyone seems ahead. You fail once, and suddenly you question everything. But brilliance isn't something you lose. It's something you forget to practice. And today, I'll show you one simple technique to never forget how brilliant you truly are. Let's be honest. We all have moments where we feel like we're not enough. Maybe you used to be ambitious, creative, or unstoppable, but now you're second-guessing yourself. Why? Because your brain listens to repetition. If you keep repeating your doubts, it starts to believe them. And if you stop reminding yourself of your strengths, it forgets them. Here's the first part. Revisit your wins every morning. Not your failures, not your flaws, your wins. Grab a notebook or your phone and write down 3 moments when you surprise yourself. It could be something small, like speaking up when you were scared, or something big like getting that job, building that skill, or surviving a tough phase. Write them down and feel them again. Your brain doesn't know the difference between remembering and reliving. So every time you recall a win, your mind re-experiences that confidence. Here's the thing. People who keep winning aren't lucky. They just remember their past wins better than their past losses. They know how to turn memories into fuel. So when you feel small, your first move should be to remember the times you felt unstoppable. That's your proof. That's your identity. Here's the first part. Revisit your wins every morning. Not your failures, not your flaws, your wins. Grab a notebook or your phone and write down 3 moments when you surprise yourself. It could be something small, like speaking up when you were scared, or something big like getting that job, building that skill, or surviving a tough phase. Write them down and feel them again. Your brain doesn't know the difference between remembering and reliving. So every time you recall a win, your mind re-experiences that confidence. Here's the thing. People who keep winning aren't lucky. They just remember their past wins better than their past losses. They know how to turn memories into fuel. So when you feel small, your first move should be to remember the times you felt unstoppable. That's your proof. That's your identity. Second, speak to yourself like someone you respect. Imagine how you talk to your best friend when they mess up. You'd say, "It's okay. You've done better before. You'll figure it out." But when it's you say, "I'm such an idiot. I always fail." That voice in your head, it shapes your future more than anything else. Every harsh word you whisper to yourself leaves a scar on your confidence. So change the tone. Start catching yourself in those negative loops and replace them. Instead of "I'm not good enough," say, "I'm learning. I am improving." Instead of "I always mess up," say, "I'm getting better every time." It's not fake positivity. It's training your mind to believe again. Because the truth is, your words become your world. And if you want to remember your brilliance, start speaking like someone who knows it's still there. Third, create a daily reminder ritual. This is simple but insanely effective. Write one sentence that captures who you really are at your best. Something like, "I'm the kind of person who doesn't give up. I am creative, disciplined, and capable. I figure things out, always." Now, put that sentence somewhere you'll see every single morning. On your mirror, your phone lock screen, your desk. And say it out loud. Because repetition rewires reality. What you repeat, you become. That's how your brain works. It takes consistent input and turns it into belief. If you feed it doubt, it grows fear. If you feed it truth, it grows power. And finally, surround yourself with reminders of your growth. You don't grow in a day. You grow in patterns, invisible ones. That's why journaling, taking photos, or tracking your habits matters. It's not about being perfect, it's about seeing proof. When you look back and realize how far you've come, something powerful happens. You stop chasing worthiness and start owning it. You realize that the person you're trying to become is someone you already are. So here's your takeaway. You were brilliant before anyone noticed. You were capable before anyone believed. And you were enough long before you ever doubted it. But brilliance isn't something you find. It's something you remember. And every day you remind yourself, through your wins, your words, your rituals, you bring that brilliance back to life. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, before you touch your phone, before you check your notifications, take 1 minute. Say it to yourself. I'm not starting from zero. I'm starting from experience. Because that's what brilliant people do. They don't forget who they are. If this message hit home, then take a second to reflect. What's one thing you've done in the past that proves your brilliance? Drop it in the comments. You might remind someone else of their own light too. And hey, if you want more reminders like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and keep showing up for you. Because your brilliance deserves to be remembered every single day.